What's up, guys? Hang on, let me just make sure my stream's working. What's up, guys? Fake Honda here. We got some big news today. Fire Emblem. Shut up, Google. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light is getting localized, which apparently it already was on the Nintendo DS, I think. But anyway, I think that's the first appearance of Marth. So this is, I guess, kind of exciting for a lot of people who wanted this game. So here's the down low. So basically, Nintendo is like, oh, we accidentally forgot to release this in the States in English, even though it's in Smash. Martha's been in Smash for longer than I've been alive, probably. So basically, they're releasing it digitally. It's only going to be available for download until March 3rd. Kind of like how Mario 35 is, and how, what do you call it? Mario 3D All-Stars is at the moment. So, let's see. It's going to be available on the eShop starting on the 4th. Oh, sorry. Let me share my screen. It's going to be available on the eShop starting on the 4th of December. Yeah, and then it's going to be available for purchase for a limited time. So, that's kind of whack. Whatever. Anyway, so the games are going to cost like $6. There was a price in here. When I checked the Nintendo website, it said around $6. Yeah, $6 right here. $6. It'll be available until the 31st of March 2021. So, yeah, like I said, kind of like the other one. So, there's a special 30th anniversary edition that's also going to be available at select retailers for a suggested price of $50. So it's going to come with this stuff here. Nostalgic, stylized, physical NES box. So this, which you can get for like 2 cents at your local vintage game store. Replica NES game pack art piece with a protective sleeve. Okay. Colorful 222-page. Oh, nice. Legacy of Arcania Deluxe hardbound art book. Now that's the main attraction here, in my opinion. This hardcover art book. It looks beautiful from what I can tell in the picture. I'm not sure if it's gonna have foil on the cover. If yes, then this is gonna be a beautiful piece to have. Yeah, it does look reflective, so I do think it's gonna have that foil on the cover, which I think is just gonna be beautiful touch. It comes with a download code, so no physical version of this game is going to exist on the Switch. NES instruction manual. That's a throwback. Fold out world map and a mini Nintendo Power Retro collectible. Man, a bunch of throwbacks here. So the question that should be on everyone's mind is this collection worth it? Is it worth it? So let's answer it right now. This is how I personally determine whether collector's editions are worth it. This is how I decided not to buy the definitive edition Xenoblade Chronicles collection. This is how I decided to buy, certain special editions of games. In my opinion, this is the safest route to go in determining whether or not to jump on a deluxe edition. So let me grab some scratch paper. Let's see, this is OChem homework. I don't need that. So here's what you do. The first thing you got to do is write down how what you would be willing to pay for each item in the deluxe, because they always throw a billion different things in these deluxe editions to make it look like a lot of stuff. So let's start. So here we have this. I'm not sure if this is a reflective cartridge, if it's silver or something. It looks like it kind of is supposed to be. I'm not sure. Actually, is it supposed to be transparent? Because if that's the case, then that's awesome. Okay, so replica game pack art. It just says game pack art piece. So this could be like transparent acrylic. This could be like a reflective silver, kind of like the gold Legend of Zelda um, cartridges. You know the shiny gold ones that they came out with. Um, though it's really hard to tell from this render, but it looks like it's the cartridge artwork in kind of encased inside of this glass looking thing, which it's a cool piece. I'll give you that. Um, but excuse me. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would pay me personally. I'd pay like 12 to $20 for this. We'll say 20 for now. So this guy, it comes with this, and then I'm assuming it's going to come in this replica box, which is really nice looking, and then you get the replica instructions. So all of this I'd pay maybe like 22 for. So let's put down 22. Then you get this book here, hardcover. That's a plus. I would pay maybe like, let's see, $222. I mean, pages, 222 pages, hardcover. That's about, I'm gonna go with like maybe like $15 there. And your prices probably will differ than mine. I'm not saying like, oh, this is the definitive price. Just put what you'd be willing to pay for it on it if you were to buy this individually. So I'd say about like maybe 20 for this here, like 15 for this. Honestly though, maybe 20 for the book. It's hard to say. Like, it's kind of hard to gauge like how long 222 pages is. Let me grab one of these books here. Just kind of see how many pages it is. Let's see. Of course, manga doesn't have page numbers. Okay, so this is about 200 pages, but they're small pages. Yeah, so it's about this thick. I'd pay $20 for that. Okay, so about 20 for the cartridge, 20 for the book, and then maybe like, I don't know, maybe like $5 for this stuff. Like, okay, so this world map, which is probably going to be paper, let's be honest, and then this Nintendo Power collectible, which we have no idea what it is. It's probably like a mini poster or like a fold out poster, like a replica of the cover. Maybe I couldn't begin to guess. So I doubt it's an entire magazine. So let's go with like, I don't know, maybe $5, I guess. So 22, 25. And then the game we already know is going to be $6. So that's about, let's see, 42, 47. Okay, so it adds to about 50 with those values that I picked. I mean, if I wanted to go really like, hardcore cheapskate on this, I'd say like maybe 15 for the book. Maybe 12 for the cartridge in the box. We'll stick with 12. This is a low estimate. Maybe like 5 for those things, and then we know 6 for the game. So that's it's 15, 30. Come on, math, don't fail me now. 32, 38. That's 38 total. So it's between the low end and the high end for me personally. It's like between 38 and 50 about. So that's about a $10 difference, which I'm not going to lose sleep over. I may pick this up. The second thing that's important to consider when looking at purchasing these is how well it holds its value. Now, we happen to know that Fire Emblem stuff holds its value pretty well, actually, especially when you look at Radiant Dawn. That game is going for like $100 to $200 now. Path of Radiance, I think, is around, I paid like $70 for mine. I personally think I overpaid, but I did get it sealed. I do think that will go up in value, though. Awakening's probably going to go up eventually, even though it's relatively new on the 3DS. Three Houses probably will go up years down the road. And the Game Boy Advance versions of these are like 60 to 80, I think. They trend. I haven't checked recently, but I found one at a swap meet that was a legit cartridge, and I was like, oh, gotta pick that up. So yeah, $50. You know, it's a sum of money, but it's not like, you know, it's not like $200 or something. Um, I would say, like, if you're a collector, if you love Fire Emblem, sure, pick it up. If you don't really care about Fire Emblem, maybe it's not the collectible to grab. I probably will get it because I do like Fire Emblem. So yeah, now I want to close out by kind of posing the question: what does this mean? What's going on here? My main issue with this is there's going to be no physical version of the game. There kind of already was one, I guess, if you count the NES copy and the DS copy, but I'm not going to go back and buy those just because of this. What does this mean? What does this mean? What is the reason for this? Because Nintendo they've been doing these shadow drops recently. Like, what's going on with them? This is my theory, but I personally think that this is kind of a litmus test. They're trying to gauge the interest on these older Nintendo-style RPGs, which is encouraging because that means we might see localizations of other titles. For example, the Mother series, which a lot of people really want. They want a Mother collection. So this might look good for that. Judging by this, Nintendo's not really spending a lot of money on this. Like, this art book is probably not terribly expensive. This art book is probably the most expensive thing for Nintendo to produce in this collection here. Everything else is probably relatively cheap, depending on the state of this weird cartridge here. So they're not really, like, the cartridges are somewhat expensive to make, I guess. That's why so many companies are trying to turn to digital, because it'll save them so much money. So is it I think they're trying to gauge the interest here. That's my takeaway from this. They're trying to see, like, oh, if this sells really well, they're probably going to keep doing stuff like this. Because this game, Fire Emblem, this particular Fire Emblem game was released on the Japanese Nintendo Online, like, Famicom collection, kind of like we have when you get Nintendo Online, you get the NES and then the SNES collection. They get the Famicom and the Super Famicom collection. So yeah, this game was already on there. So theoretically, because the Switch is region free, you could have already been playing this, albeit in Japanese. But interesting that they're not taking it directly to the North American NES collection. So I don't know. This is a very interesting move by Nintendo. I think time's gonna tell what happens here. This comes out this December, so keep an eye out for it, I guess. It's hard to gauge how quick, because the thing is, like, for Fire Emblem Fates, was that it? Fates? Fates, yeah. For Fire Emblem Fates, there was three versions. You can get Fates Conquest, Fates Birthright, and then the collector's edition, which was severely underproduced, which had, like, basically both games on the cartridge plus, like, the DLC path that you could choose. So I don't know, that particular collection held its value very well. So it's a tough call. It's a tough call. $50 it's a sum of money, definitely. The art book looks nice. I bet you there's going to be a lot of really cool, like, vintage style artwork from Fire Emblem. I'm probably going to pick it up now that I'm thinking about it. Like, the more I look at it, I'm like, it's $50. I can afford that. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe. And that's it. Take it easy.